Hey there! Thanks for tuning in to another episode of The Spiritual Scientist. I'm Victor. Thanks for checking me out. Alright, so I got another video for you, obviously, and my glasses are probably crooked again, but again, who cares? So, here we go. This is pretty interesting, and I talked about the Mandela effect, obviously, a number of times before. This is a Mandela effect animal. This goes in the category of the animals, which means that these animals didn't exist before. There's been a lot of theories, but let's go to the main thing about this would be, God is the God of creation, and God can create animals. He created people, He created you, He created me, everything, right? So let's go ahead and talk about a new Mandela effect animal. Let's talk about a new one. And this is pretty deep, so let's get into it right away and see if I can break down a little bit. There probably is more. I'm going to be breaking down about it more later, perhaps, as things occur to me, and maybe something occurs to you, you want to comment on it, and I'll bring it up in another episode. But here we go. So there's a new whale. So if you follow my channel at all, and there's not a lot of people that do anymore, but that's okay. I talked about a Mandela effect animal before, the rice whale. And I said that there was going to be, obviously, that this whale came about, the rice whale. And to me, it was a sign that there was going to be a lack of food. And sure enough, right after the rice whale occurred, there was a lack of food. And the main thing was rice. Is the main staple that most people on the planet eat is rice. And there was food shortage. And the price went up for rice, and everything came true. Kind of crazy, right? Now there's a new whale, and what did Jesus say? Right? He said that only sign I'm going to give you is the sign of Jonah, which you could say it was a fish, or you could say it was a whale. In the Bible it says a fish, but large fish is a whale, same kind of thing. Interestingly enough, not to go off on the tangent, but the name in the Bible for large fish can be interpreted as well as like something like dog can be like dog, I heard, and they just found a dog with one eye and two tongues that was born, a genetic defect. That's a whole other thing to unpack. One eye and two tongues. So, crazy. But this one is the spade whale. Okay, so there's a new whale. Never happened before. If you look at it, they said now it goes, 2012. There was one spotted, but we weren't sure. Okay, so this is off of New Zealand, and they took this whale, and they finally got a whale specimen, and they were able to dissect it, okay? So they have the spade whale, and the spade whale has a wisdom tooth, which is very strange. They said they found a wisdom tooth coming out on it, but the spade whale's named because they said that the tooth looks like a spade, and this same kind of tool which was used to render blubber from other whales, which is very strange. The other strange thing about this whale is that it has 9 stomachs. Kind of crazy. I'm going to break this down a little bit using a biblical kind of prophecy thing going on, and then let you go to it. So, spade whale. What does the Bible say about spades? So if you take your Bible and you just do a search in, I guess, some kind of app you could have for a Bible, and what Bible verses with spade, you're going to come up with one that's very interesting about false teachers. So, what do we have to recap so far? We have Jesus said the only sign at the end times is going to be a sign of Jonah. And that's what he said. And then all of a sudden now we have these Mandela effect whales. And now we have one called the spade whale. And the spade is basically about false teachers. So you can think about it like a spade is the verse. So they were saying in, I believe it was Leviticus, that you have to have a spade, and because you want to dig out dirt, put your excrement in there so you don't litter up the camp and everything else. So they don't say one thing's a spade when you don't have it. You have to make sure a spade's a spade. So it's about, it can be interpreted to be talking about false teachers. So when false teachers come about, they're going to maybe be overzealous. Somebody new to Christianity. Let's think about Russell Brand. His name changed. That was a Mandela effect. Going around the turn. So his name changed, and now this occurred. So is this about Russell Brand? I can't say for sure, but it's interesting that this is about false teachers, and that this whale has 9 stomachs. Okay, what does 9 relate to? I did again a search, and it seemed to be there's 9, like Dante, I guess he said the 9 layers of hell. So this could be 9 stomachs. So where did God put Jonah? He put him in the whale, the stomach. So there's 9 stomachs in this whale. Okay, kind of crazy. So there's 9 hells. So is God saying with this Mandela effect that there's false teachers, and there's already a place for them in the 9 hells if you continue to lead people astray? Could that be what's going on? Is this a warning to look out for false teachers, false spiritual teachers at the end times? It seems to be the case, and I think it's an admonition. It's a warning to just come out and say whatever it is to say. So I've been making videos myself. Hey, here's a video. But we have the spade whale, again to recap, which is the name of it because of the tooth, and the spade was used to render the blubber. So it's like the whales kind of, imagine if there was a lot of these whales and they used the tooth from this whale to take apart the other whales. That's kind of crazy. So it turns on itself, or Ouroboros maybe, but the whale itself is called the spade whale, and the spade is called a spade. So it's a warning, I think, about false teachers and about where they're going to go. So we have the 9 stomachs. Kind of crazy. You could interpret it any way you like, but to me it's kind of straightforward. Like I said, Jesus said, the only sign I'm going to give you is the sign of Jonah. And all of a sudden, here's a new whale that just occurred. And the whale is called the spade whale. And the spade whale is biblically, the spade seems to relate to false teachers. And it has 9 stomachs, like the 9 layers of hell. Just thought I'd point this all out to you, and let me know what you think in the comments. Kind of crazy, but I do believe that God is the God of creation, and that we have co-creation where we are encouraged, I think, to be one with God as well. and that God is the God of creation. And if that's true, then of course he could create a whale, and of course it's going to be called whatever he wants it to be, and it's called the spade whale. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. Like, subscribe, share. Have a great day. Bye-bye.